All right, welcome back to another fantastic episode of Weekly Top 5. This is Eurovision Week 3 Throwbacks. This is a week curated by a commenter named Kyrios.
Kyrios, yep.
Yes. This commenter bought some shirts. Joe's wearing it.
Bought a couple shirts.
And so we threw them to the top of the list and said, all right, we'll do whatever you want.
Yeah, we're big sellouts. That's how this works. Once you become as moderately famous as we have become, then that's when you start selling out hard.
Yeah, we're just cash grab after cash grab.
That's right.
Anything we can
Well,
get
and you
our hands
know,
on.
we've been honest about that since the beginning.
Oh, yeah. The entire show is a whole cash grab. So what's exciting about this is we fell in love with Eurovision.
We did.
And now some of the Eurovision fans are giving us some old throwback ones to check out. So this whole list, it's not current. I think the most recent one's, from 10 years ago?
At least, yeah.
So starting off, we've got
serious throwbacks.
Yeah, serious ones. So this one's Verka Serduchka. Dancing Lasha Tumbai. I have no idea what it is.
Ukraine 07.
Yeah, Ukraine 07 grand final. So let's check it out.
Hello everybody, my name is Verka Serduchka. Me is Mystic System. Let's big dance. Sieben Alulu, 7-7 1-2, 7-7 Alulu, 1-2-3. 7-7 Alulu, 7-7 1-2, 7-7 Alulu, 1-2-3. Tanzen! Ich liebe es! 7-7 Alulu, 7-7 1-2, 7-7 Alulu, nur 1-2-3. 7-7 Alulu, 7-7 1-2, 7-7 Alulu, nur 1-2-3. Tanzen! Танцевать хорошо! Ну-ну-ну! Молодцы! I want you to
Okay, hold on a second. Okay, we've talked about this before, and obviously there's some very amazing creativity when it comes to Eurovision, and some of this just goofy, wild, amazing performances. But like, where does this come from?
I don't know.
It just seems like broadly speaking European. Although, I mean, are there countries? Okay, I want to know: are there countries that don't participate in this
in the
part of
goofiness?
Eurovision?
In like a goofy act.
Yeah. Are there
like-
countries?
A more comedic styled act.
Yes.
Yeah. It's
I-
still music. It's still entertaining, but it's got a sense of comedy and humor to it.
Exactly. Like I wonder. I guess this one's second place. That's what we have here in our comment. They won second place in 2007.
Okay.
Epic performance, he says. So
I mean, well, the outfits are wonderful.
yes,
You know, a lot of time and thought. Like, even though it feels silly, it's not cheap. You know, it's well thought out and put together.
outfits are insane.
Yeah.
I would never think of that.
No.
My brain doesn't operate in the way that designs outfits like that. I'm more of a silhouettes on a t-shirt kind of a guy.
Well, you know, it's like when you're an art. Well, a lot of artists, I think, at fault, take themselves too seriously and try to be too serious. So I think because, you know, you don't want to be laughed at as an artist, but when you become an artist who the point is to laugh and giggle and have fun with them, I don't know. I guess it is kind of like a mixed bag of emotions.
Yeah, so
It's
everyone
kind of confusing, but
So-
it's still very entertaining.
I'm going to say in everyone's opinion, what's the funniest Eurovision country?
Yeah, now that's a good question.
Yeah, so throw in who's the funniest. We talked about and you know what? Why don't we just broadly say it? What's the funniest country in Europe?
Yes. Who is the funniest country?
Yeah, who's the funniest country in Europe? What's the we already asked what's the sexiest, and if you want to answer that again, you can.
I still stick with Spain.
I think Spain might have won,
Really? I didn't check.
but I think we were watching a Spain video that was sexy, so maybe there's a little bit of bias there. But how about the funniest country in Eurovision, or just funniest country in general? Who's got the funniest people in Europe? I don't know.
Please let us know.
I've never been.
I want you to see. I want you to see. I want you to see. I love you. I want you to see. Lasha Tumbai. I want you to see.
Lasha Tumbai, I want you see. Lasha Tumbai, I want you see.
Dancing!
I want you see. I want you see. I want you see. I want you see.
I love you.
I want you see. Lasha Tumbai, I want you see. Lasha Tumbai, I want you see. Lasha Tumbai, I want you see.
Dancing!
Ручки, ручки! Ну-ну-ну! Хельсинки! Украина це круто! А Україна це кльово! Dancing Europe!
Key change.
Okay, hit the F.
Yes. That woman there in the middle is like, what just happened? Oh,
Dang. All right, we're gonna have to go do a little recap.
we're gonna do a little research on this. Now, one thing I'd like to point out is as the song went on, this song kind of felt like I was playing. If anyone viewing or watches has ever played the game Overcooked, as the game went on, and as that game goes on, when you're playing that game, when it comes to like the last 30 seconds, Overcooked is a game where you cook and you have to prepare food really quickly, and as the time runs out, the song speeds up, and that's how I felt about this song as it was getting to the end.
Yeah.
It was just going and going. I would just like a still camera on either of the dancers, but I think preferably the right one. As they
Okay, hit the F.
a little bit before that, just
The moves are good.
yeah. That's kind of something I got going on when I get into a nightclub. If you give me enough space on the dance floor, that's pretty much what you're gonna get from me.
A lot of this.
Oh yeah, lots of hand movements, like very like American aerobic championship. Yeah.
Yeah. So on the back of the lead singer's jacket, they have a number. It's 69, and the dancers are 18. Oh, I could get it. Look at this. This is a thing of beauty. Okay, I have a question.
Yes.
I'm glad I stopped it here. So this man in the background is on an accordion. I hear accordion in a lot of Eastern European music. Is that like the guitar of America? Is it accordion of Eastern Europe? Like, I
mean, the accordion is played in like Italy as well.
I know it's everywhere, but I feel like, is it still live in Italian music? Or is it only in like Ukraine and Bulgaria and...
You know, I'll tell you one thing about there's nothing better now in my mind than the idea of thinking about the accordion as being the guitar of Ukraine.
Tell me I'm wrong. I don't see a guitar on this stage.
That's how you base all your decisions.
Joe, I provide very anecdotal evidence and I stand by it.
Well, you know what I like the best about it is just the idea of all the kids growing up just like dying to become sick accordionists. Accordions?
Accordionists, sure. I mean, I'm just going to say the only time I've ever seen an accordion in America was pre 9/11, and that has nothing to do with it. But it's
Okay.
it's just
It's just a good time
it's a good time marker. Everyone knows where they were.
Oh, yeah. I always remember where I was pre 9/11.
Pre 9/11.
Like all my life before 9/11, the years before.
Correct. So say you're leaving a sporting event and there's just an old man playing an accordion. Maybe that was just where we lived, and there was just happened to be an old man who liked the accordion.
Did we live in an area in which, I remember seeing accordions when I was younger. I think I remember
More often, right?
I want to say one of our very old relatives had an accordion, and I think that's probably our main experience with it.
All right. Well,
And it was dusty.
anyways, my point stands, and you can correct me and tell me I'm very wrong and stupid, but
Well, that's a given.
that's at least a given. But I need to know, is accordion like pretty popular? Because I'm always hearing it. I mean, I know it's in there like not ancient, but what would you call it? Folk music,
maybe?
yes.
Yeah.
It's part of their folk music.
I don't know. I like what you're going. I just like whatever you're doing over
Joe,
here.
let me cook.
Yeah, dude, you're cooking. You're cooking. I don't know if anyone's eating though.
Anyways, look how thin this person's legs are coming out of their big old dress.
Yeah, that's fun stuff.
I don't know. I just like the movements. Oh, this is also what I was gonna say. There is an authenticity to this performance, even though it's goofy and a little corny and cheesy and stuff. They're in it. They're like, this is what I do,
I'll say they
and
definitely
it's respectable.
They look like they really love what they're doing,
Yes,
and that's all that really
and
matters.
so I love what they're doing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, it's the only thing you should be doing in life, right? Things that you really, if you're gonna do something, try to like it. I guess.
Like these people aren't doing this to sell out. They're doing it because or at least the singer. I'm assuming the singer is the artist, and it's not like a group. But
could be a group.
the singer clearly loves to do. This is their passion project.
Definitely. I don't know how you could. I mean, unless there's some sort of very. Well, you know what, Mike? As two American brothers,
Yes,
we maybe it's just a European thing that we just couldn't. We just
can't comprehend.
we just can't fully get there.
Yeah,
We've been talking about things that we think Europeans couldn't really understand.
yeah, like that Taco Bell out in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, or the 10th largest pyramid in the world is a Bass Pro Shop in Memphis, Tennessee.
That's right.
Things like that.
Yeah.
That's an American thing. We understand.
I get
And
it.
maybe Europeans just don't get it.
Yeah.
Although, if I'm being honest, I don't really understand Bass Pro Shop either. I'm not really a fisherman.
Well, there's so much more than fish in there. But
You think there are fish in there?
I know there are fish in there.
There are actual
I've been to a
fish.
Bass Pro Shop.
There's actual
They have a
fish.
huge aquarium.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I would think it would just been fishing equipment.
Well, these things are massive.
I mean, yes, it's the 10th largest pyramid in the world. It used to be a basketball arena.
And I've never even been to that one.
Yeah, why would you? We never go to Memphis.
I went to a Bass Pro Shop somewhere in New York, and there was a huge aquarium with big old fish in it.
Were people fishing in it?
Just practicing.
I mean, when you
This
go to,
pole sucks. I'm not buying it.
like when you go to a hunting shop, there's not deer inside.
Anyways, yeah, this was great. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Knowing that they got second place brings joy to my heart because this was very fun. And I wonder, okay, my last question. So this is 2007, not recent, but fairly recent. Post 9/11.
All right, come on.
All right, so
Is 2 9/11 jokes too many?
it's a good timeline marker.
Yeah, it is.
It's a good
it's
checkpoint.
it's how generations work.
Yeah. So, anyways, pre-2007, I want to know: were there always these types of performances that go outside the norm, that aren't like the typical like passionate, serious artist? Was Eurovision always full of like outlandish performances?
Yeah, I'm curious about that.
Since the beginning.
I am curious about that. Has there always been some goofiness when it comes to always at least a couple countries just throwing out some fun performances?
Yeah, and I imagine it was, because when I think of Europe, I think of people who, they like to have a good time and they don't take themselves too seriously.
Yeah, I would say
Am I wrong?
at least in Eurovision routes, I think Europeans take themselves less seriously than Americans do.
Absolutely.
Americans
I
take
don't think
themselves
Americans
very
would do
seriously
this.
when it comes to art.
And isn't that so lame?
Absolutely. It's probably one of the worst parts about our country.
Yes. It's probably the only bad thing our country's ever done.
Yep, that's it.
All right, moving on.
Yep.